It's Bob Benoit. Introducing now the principals, beginning first in the blue corner to my right, wearing the purple and white striped trunks, weighing 147 pounds, with a professional record of 35 victories, 2 defeats. He has 24 wins by way of knockout. He hails from Pensacola, Florida, and now makes his home in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here is Cool Vince Phillips. His opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks, gold trim. He also weighs 147 pounds. His professional record, 23 victories, 1 defeat. He has 17 wins by way of knockout. He hails from Atlanta, Georgia. He is the 1988 Olympic bronze medalist. Here is Romallis. Big shot, Ellis. 10 rounds, welterweights.
Okay, come on out, guys.
Hey, guys.
Okay. Get your mouthpieces. That's it. Okay. See your mouthpiece. Get your cups on, guys. All right, look. 3 things. When I tell you guys to stop, I want you to stop. When I tell you to break, I want you to break, and I want you to break clean. And when I tell you to box, I want you to resume fighting. Now listen, touch gloves, come out fighting at the bell. Good luck.
Jim, I read where Bill Parcells, the Patriots coach, said to his team before the season, do you want to be club fighters or do you want to be champions? One of these guys is going to get a shot at a title. The loser becomes a club fighter.
Mutual friends of ours and Cool Vince Phillips said they'd never seen him so keyed up for a fight. This fight means a great deal to him as he took it on short notice because he thinks it presents a big opportunity. There are some in his camp who might have preferred that he didn't do so because he had to come down about 10 pounds in 2 weeks, Roy, and that's tough on any fighter.
Very tough on any fighter, but Vince Phillips has a lot of experience at coming down in weight, so I don't think he would use the weight as an excuse if he didn't win this fight. However, one thing that is dramatic about 2 fighters at this point is who has taken the most punishment throughout their professional careers. Ellis hasn't taken punishment inside of the ring, he's taken it outside of the ring. Phillips has been through a lot in and out of the ring.
Vince Phillips at one point was suspended because of a bout with substance abuse. His early professional career was badly damaged by his difficulties with cocaine. He says he's beaten that and is in the best position in a long time to make his mark as a fighter. Ellis's southpaw style seems to have Phillips a little bit off balance here in the first minute of the first round.
And if you look at Ellis's legs, his legs seem to be a little bit stronger set into the floor than Phillips. Phillips' legs are a little looser, and this causes Phillips to be a little bit slower than Ellis. Sometimes it makes a fighter look flat.
Phillips, at the time he got the call to take this fight, was sparring with an outstanding southpaw, Raul Marquez. He says, I think Marquez is a better fighter than Ellis. I know you, Roy Jones, don't necessarily buy that.
No, I don't think he's a better fighter than Ellis, and I hope Phillips didn't underestimate Ellis because Ellis is a good fighter. He has good punching power, especially in his left hand, and he will fight you all night.
Phillips was a whirlwind of punches against Partey, throwing 120 punches around for 3 rounds. He slowed down considerably under the tutelage of his new trainer, Jerome Coffey. Vince Phillips just missed with a right hand that could have done some damage and couldn't step into position to follow up. Ellis misses with a left and a right there.
The right hand by Phillips could have ended matters, as you would say, Jim. Phillips will continue to lure Ellis with this slow movement and with that body shot like that so he can open up that right hand again.
We've often commented in the past how a conventional fighter and a southpaw, when they meet, very often look like 2 guys having a conversation speaking different languages. It's hard to mesh. But these 2 professionals obviously know how to deal with each other from those different positions.
Yes, they do, because they are veterans.
This is conversation and a good round of action.
And a good, clean right hand shot to punctuate the round by cool Vince Phillips.
Pop it out here so you get the hook off. Point them out. Yeah. You ain't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just relax a little bit. Listen, make sure when you throw that left hand, you know what I mean, you don't come up on it. Okay?
And this is something you often see with southpaws fighting conventional fighters. Their feet stepping on each other. Looks like a question mark stepping on an exclamation point as they try to mesh yourself, okay? their physical words.
One thing I don't like that I see in Phillips is that he's chewing on his mouthpiece and his mouth is open already when he breathes.
Does that mean he's tired?
Sometimes it can mean that, and sometimes it gives an opponent confidence that his opponent, that this guy breathing like this is going to get tired. And soon.
Very active first round. Phillips threw 81 punches. Ellis threw 101.
Ellis did something smart there. He started to punch to the body some. That will do him good if the fight goes over a period of time.
Vince Phillips believes that if he can land the left hook to the body, he can neutralize some of Ellis's attack, particularly with the right jab.
If Ellis continues to come forward, when Vince comes forward and he runs into Vince's right hand, this fight may end soon. Yeah, he slipped it.
Just missing with the right hand, as Roy pointed out. That straight right hand against a southpaw, often your most productive weapon, and by the same token, the straight left hand by the southpaw against the conventional fighter can do the same kind of damage as Ellis showed you there.
Yes, it can. The only difference is when Ellis throws the left, most of the time Vince backs up or he slips it. Ellis, when Vince throws the right, Ellis doesn't move.
Good counter shot inside by Romallis. Ellis, now there's a right hand by Vince Phillips. Phillips has moved Ellis backward with a couple of right hands, and now Ellis comes forward with that strong left.
With a good left. There's another good left.
It started with Phillips landing a couple of straight right hands, but now Ellis has come against that with his own straight left, and if anything, for the last 30 seconds, he's done more damage. But there they trade those shots again.
The only thing that Vince is not doing is coming back with the left hook. Ellis is coming back with the right hook after his big left hook.
Ellis is fighting as though he thinks he's the stronger man. He is a natural welterweight. Phillips may be better at 140 pounds.
Phillips looks wobbly in there from time to time.
Because he doesn't have power in his legs in his normal stance. He's so loose that it makes him look off balance, wobbly, and it doesn't look like he has the best foundation. But he can punch out of that.
Stop, break. That's it. Okay, box.
There, he hit him with the right to the body first, and he came back with the right to the head.
Romallis Ellis beginning to put punches together in effective combinations as round two comes to a close. Join us Monday night for the next installment of Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. Featured in this edition, Steffi Graf and the trouble she may face for having accepted appearance fees in violation of women's tennis rules. A look at the mysterious disappearance of Russian boxer Sergei Kubasov, and a humorous retrospective of Super Bowl commercials and halftime shows. Real Sports, the only show of its kind, and it's only on HBO. And if you're a boxing fan, you may have followed some of the Sergei Kubasov story. He disappeared in November of 1995, a cruiserweight fighter who was regarded at that time as being one fight away from a title shot, living in the Brighton Beach section of Brooklyn. One evening he picked his car up at a repair shop, was due home for dinner, and never arrived. $12,000 in the bank account untouched. some rumors of potential Russian mob involvement, and there are many opinions as to what may have happened to Sergei Kovacev. We'll examine them Monday night on Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. As round 3 begins, Romallis Ellis has thrown 202 punches in the first 2 rounds. Doesn't have a high connect percentage, but you saw toward the end of round 2 that he was beginning to put punches together in combination, something that Phillips has not yet been able to do. Couple of good left hands by Romallis Ellis.
One thing that was said earlier, Romallis looks like he thinks he's the stronger guy in the ring, but Romallis always thought that even coming up as an amateur.
He always thought that even against guys who were obviously and palpably stronger than he was,
that he was the stronger in the ring.
He's a very confident person. He feels like the early portion of his professional career was stifled because his then manager, a fellow named Evander Holyfield, wasn't paying enough attention to him and was paying more attention to his own career. Maybe the lesson is don't hire another champion boxer to be your manager.
Yeah, but now he says he made a mistake by leaving Evander because he was getting a lot of work on the undercards of Evander's fights.
Sometimes a tough sport to find your way in.
Good body shot by Vince Phillips.
Phillips working harder to go to the body in this round. He lands a right hand, and Ellis comes back with a counter left.
I think teamwork can work in any sport. If Evander took his time with Ellis, Ellis probably just got impatient before Evander got a chance to get him the right shot. And now he probably realizes this. That was a good overhand left by Ellis.
Seeing well inside here and finding the opportunity to counter against some of Vince Phillips' shots. Phillips has worked sporadically to the body in the first minute of this round, but he's still trying to load up that straight right hand and take care of matters all at once against Romallis Ellis.
And maybe we are starting to see that weight loss take advantage of Phillips. He's not as young as he used to be when he used to lose all of this weight. At age 33, I'm sure it's much different than age 26 and 27.
Left hand to the chest by Ellis. Phillips comes back with an overhand right.
Let's get that water back. Listen there. He's moving right into your left hand, okay? You know what I'm saying? He's moving right in front of your left hand. Start dropping the left hand and stay low on it. You make sure that every time you throw that left hand to the body, start dropping it here, right here. Put the left hand here, come at the right hook. Yeah? Okay? And watch him now. He's moving right in front of your left hand. You in shape, son. That's what he said. Hey, you in shape. All right? Let's let it show. Left hand right there, the right hook, yeah? Bring the right hand where?
There you see Ellis throwing that very straight left hand, one to the chest, one to the chin. The welterweight division is the deepest division in boxing with high-quality fighters. Whitaker, Corte, Trinidad, soon Oscar De La Hoya. And these are two pretty good welterweights you're looking at right here. Harold Letterman, how do you have the fight after 3 rounds?
Larry, at this point, they got a 3 rounds to nothing, 30-27. Romallis Ellis, I think he's landed better left hands than Vince Phillips is landing right hands. I think Vince is a little herky-jerky. But I'll tell you something. I got to talk about what Roy Jones said. You see the way Vince Phillips got his mouth open? If that mouthpiece comes out, they don't put it back.
Ellis is hurt. Ellis is hurt bad.
Yeah. Right hand loaded by Phillips. Romallis Ellis backing up. He's not yet grabbing and holding to try to stay out of trouble, but he was definitely wobbled by that right hand. Now, Ellis turns to his corner and nods as if to say, I'm okay, and Phillips comes back and lands another right hand.
Now, Ellis seems to tee off on Phillips a little bit.
I think what Harold was getting ready to say is there's no mouthpiece rule here in Massachusetts, so if Vince Phillips' mouthpiece comes out, he has to fight with it out. And he is dangerously close to spitting the mouthpiece. And now Romallis Ellis has regained himself and starts to land those little counter shots inside against Phillips again.
I feel that what Ellis heard in the corner as he went out, you're in shape, has helped him here somehow to weather all of this. He is in shape, and he was reminded of it.
Just missing with right and left-hand shots that were designed to finish the bout. Vince Phillips. He landed the left, and he landed the right. Cut in here.
His head hurts so much.
Needs to go to the body more.
Ellis gonna get knocked out looking at his corner.
Yeah, Ellis ought to look at his opponent more than his corner right now. He's assuring his corner he's okay, and meanwhile he's getting clobbered.
Meanwhile, he lands an overhand left. It took momentarily stemmed the tide, but this has been a huge round so far for Vince Phillips. Going to load up another straight right here.
Vince Phillips' foundation is horrible.
Really is.
He needs to work on his discipline a little bit, his body discipline. He can punch out of this, but it doesn't look good as a fighter, and it doesn't look very professional. And he has too much experience to not look as good as he should.
Lands a left hook as the last 10 seconds of the fourth round arrive. Both fighters looking wobbly in there. Ellis because he's been stunned by heavy blows. Phillips because his footwork is constantly precarious.
Bad posture.
Bring your hands up, man. Bring your hands up these shots. That's it. Start stepping with your punches and keep your knees bent. You hear me? Look, this guy's trying to give you the fight. Yeah? Keep your knees bent. Keep your hands up after these shots and come right back. Start going this guy's body, man. His body's wide open. Put the left hand in his body hard, right? Come back with the right hook. Be fast, man. He's wide open. Okay? Take a deep breath.
Okay. Take some of that Vaseline.
Take another one.
I will. Okay.
I'm trying to do that.
Don't leave the corner soaking either.
Okay. Do what we can. Okay. Hey, we're going to keep this grease on. They're going to have to tell us we're going to get some time.
Early in the round, Phillips landed a right hand that changed the course of the round.
Take some of it off.
Of the round. There you saw it.
Right now.
Harold had Ellis ahead 3 rounds to none. I had him 2-1, and now I have the fight even.
Get that water out of there. Get that water out of the corner.
Second round in a row, which is delayed at the beginning as referee Bob Benoit insists that the water get wiped up in Phillips' corner. Vince Phillips landed 40 of 77 attempted in round number 4. Ellis, even while getting battered around the ring through much of the round, threw 91 punches. So he's still got that big activity rate as we get into the 5th.
And he's set to punch much more than Phillips because he has better posture.
That's like grading a guy on spelling rather than on content. But it adds up to content as the fight goes along.
There you go. Both decided to go to the body at the same time.
Midway in
round 5. Romallis Ellis regaining his stability and his command as this 5th round progresses. Throughout the bout, as Roy Jones has pointed out several times, the dramatic difference between the two fighters. Ellis solid on his feet, good strong foundation. Vince Phillips seemingly slipping and wobbling around in there from start to finish of every round.
And in the judge's eyes, sometimes the guy wobbling and slipping around is just not in shape. And conditioning is a big part of a fight.
Roy Phillips prides himself on his big punch. He's hit Ellis some big punches. Here's Ellis still coming back at him. It has to worry him.
Yeah, it always worries a big puncher when he hits a guy with his best punches and he can't seem to get the guy out.
Well, particularly, and you pointed out, Larry, he's maybe better at 140 pounds. He's landed a couple shots here that might have taken care of 140-pound opponents. But a welterweight with a solid foundation like Ellis is a different story.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, he's landed shots here that would take care of a normal welterweight, like that one right there. Ellis just has an excellent chin.
Yeah, ask that driver who hit him with the car in Fort Lauderdale.
He never said he lost consciousness.
Coming up in the second bout of the evening, that man, 39-year-old Daniel Zaragoza, his face, a roadmap of his boxing experience. This man has probably been cut and stitched up more than any other winning fighter in the recent history of the sport. He'll be taking on Irishman Wayne.
Especially a victory will get him a fight with Kostazou, the undefeated Russian 140-pound title holder.
Oh, he hurt Ellis with a body shot. Vince seems to be gaining his second win now. He came out this round with much better posture. He can't punch himself out, though.
It's got him going. Let's see if he remembers to go to the body, which would help him finish here because, as Roy so accurately pointed out, he first hurt Ellis here with the body shot.
A long way to go in this round.
Ellis trying to punch his way out of trouble rather than to hold or use his feet.
I think both of them are half Mexican. Now Ellis talking to Phillips.
As if to say, I took your best stuff.
Now what you gonna do? That's what Phillips should keep doing. If he chops the body down, kill the body, the head will die.
And he started out thinking that he should try to land a left hook to the body, but he's landed right-hand shots to the body. That's his more powerful hand anyway, so
and
go with it.
Yeah, and when you fight a southpaw, your right hand is already lined up to come straight down the middle to his solar plex.
Can't help but think that right now their nicknames are reversed. It's Ellis is being cool and Phillips is landing the big shots.
I can't say that I remember Vince Phillips slipping this many punches.
What if they had fought as amateurs back in, say, 86 or 87, Roy? Would that fight have looked anything like this?
I can't say it would have.
No, they were both more boxers at that time, right?
No, they were both more toe-to-toe brawlers.
Really?
Both of them were fighting just like Ellis is fighting now. Vince is in the mix of trying to make a change. He wants to stick around boxing a little longer than he expected, so now he's trying to adapt to boxing and not getting hit quite as much. Back then, he was a living heavy bag. except he hit back.
And Romallis Ellis in Seoul set the CompuBox record for most punches thrown in a round by an amateur. So he was a whirlwind of activity back then, too.
Well, that's why they both became good professional fighters. Not every amateur does.
Phillips leading with an uppercut that time.
Now you the boss.
Get that hand there. Deep breath, baby.
How you feel, champ? Now I want you to spit over here in this bucket.
Deep breath.
You okay?
Nice control.
Close your eyes on her. 5 seconds. Good. You want this one? Ben, if he tries to bait you in with laying back, he's trying to get you to come so he can catch you with something.
Those right hands that Phillips is slipping through the defense of Ellis, one to the body, one to the head. And here you see later in the round, once again, slips a punch, comes over the top.
You the boss.
You're watching some top-notch professional work in here tonight, folks.
Some gutsy game welterweights.
Incidentally, between rounds, we gave you a glimpse of Dawn Marie, round card girl for this 7th round. And if you have a college student in Boston and your Boston college student is headed off on spring break this spring, it's entirely possible that Dawn Marie will be his or her chaperone, because that's what she does in addition to round card girl work.
There was an excellent left uppercut by Romallis Ellis.
What was that, Jim?
She's another story.
A professional chaperone?
She's a chaperone for spring break trips on cruise ships and at hotels and stuff like that. I'd have done a lot better on spring break if I'd have had a chaperone, and particularly if it had been Dawn Marie.
Once again, Ellis turns back to his corner. He's having conversations with his corner as he fights Vince Phillips. What versatility.
He said Phillips is mine. I guess that means that he has Phillips beat. But I don't think Phillips agrees to that.
Nope, I think the bout is very much hanging in the balance here in the 7th round. Both fighters have had their moments. Phillips, as Larry points out, with big shots, and Romallis Ellis by staying cool amid the storm.
I don't understand this, but Phillips' posture is getting better as the fight goes on.
Yeah, he seems to be sort of finding himself in there a little bit. Maybe he's working himself into condition as the bout progresses. Cool Vince Phillips still landing the bigger shots. Ellis, when he's able to box, lands his left hand consistently.
That was a good right hand to the body by Vince Phillips. That took a lot out of Ellis. I don't think Ellis was ready for that shot.
Phillips starting to beat Ellis to the punch in the middle of the ring.
He's doing something that most guys won't do. He's challenging Ellis's left hand by moving right into Ellis's left hand so that he can counter Ellis's left hand with his own right hand. Now Ellis won't throw won't throw his left hand right now because Phillips is set to counter it. Right there he countered it with a body shot though.
Yep. Well, that's an interesting piece of strategy, isn't it, Roy? A brave piece of strategy on Vince Phillips' part that is working within these past 2 rounds.
Something I think he may have picked up from a good friend of his. I don't know who that may be.
Would that have been Roy Jones Jr.?
Sounds pretty cool. Ellis seems to be getting tired.
There you go. That's better. See, that's what I want. Okay? That's what I want. See it. Make sure you keep your knees bent. Don't come straight up when you punch it. It causes you to lean, all right? I want you leaning. Move your feet when you punch. This way you'll be leaning and you come back with them shots. Listen. Everything. Listen. Step over to the left. Start pumping that jab more. All right? Let's box box him now. All right?
Trying to set you up. All right? That's all he got. He's trying to set you up.
I'm ready to go in. Yeah, okay. Hey. It's your time now. All right?
They said 10 rounds we prepare for the distance. You understand? We don't want to get in no hurry. Don't let him bait you into a shootout, okay? You just keep winning a round, one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
Step with the punches.
Good box.
All right? Step with the... Be the man. Be the man.
Well, that's very interesting. Jerome Coffey saying to Vince Phillips, don't let him bait you into a shootout. More often it seems to me that Phillips is trying to bait Ellis into a shootout.
I don't know. Ellis just told his corner that he's been holding back. Now it's time for him to go. Just when I thought he was
Harold Letterman, 7 rounds. How do you see it?
Larry, I see it. Whoever wins the last 3 rounds wins the fight. 4 rounds to 3, Romallis, Ellis. I think Vince Phillips has had 2 very good rounds at 6 and 7. Landed some sensational right hands. But Larry, look at the way Vince Phillips keeps circling to the right. Right-handed fighters always go to the left. When he goes to the right, he gets nailed by left hands.
I have it 4 rounds to 3 for Phillips.
When he goes to his left, he gets nailed with left hands, but I don't think he moves to his right. He gets hit too often, Phillips. Right there, he was going to his right, and he flipped the left hand, because that's challenging the left hand. Right there, he landed a right hand because he's over there on the good side of the left. There, he backed up into a left hand. Good uppercut. Oh, there's another right hand by Phillips. Oh, good right hand again by Phillips. This is a very tactful fight. These 2 guys have been around a long time. You can tell because you see them doing things that you don't see young guys do.
Yeah, and I'm having a blast just listening to you describe it, too, because you're seeing this so well. You're seeing it better than I do. So I'm going to let you do a little blow-by-blow here, Roy, because that worked really well there. So keep at it a little while. Tell us what's going on tactically between these 2 fighters.
I used to do this for a living.
I understand. And pretty well.
I think, so what you're saying, Roy, it seems, is that Phillips is willing to risk the left hand of Ellis to get his right hand because he thinks he's quicker with it.
Yeah, because he thinks he's quicker with his right hand than Ellis is with his left. You're right. And if Ellis had a good hook, then Phillips wouldn't go this way because he's often open for a hook after Ellis throws the left hand. But see, Ellis don't throw the hook until too late, like right then.
So the right hook is what's missing from Ellis's arsenal that would make a difference.
Exactly. If he had a good right hook, then Phillips would have to change and go back to Ellis's right.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people don't capture this technicality. The hook is a power shot off the front foot. Hardest punch to throw, right?
Hardest punch to throw and the hardest one to get hit with. Reason being because you can throw push and pull effect on a hook. Straight punches you only can push out. A hook you can push with one foot and pull with the other. It's like swinging a bat.
All right, so that's why the left hook is your most dangerous punch.
Pretty much so. But the right hand is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, the right hand has hurt some people too.
The uppercut is crucial.
Right hand shot by Vince Phillips punctuates round number 8. This fight could scarcely be any closer. And still to come, Wayne McCullough, Ireland's most exciting boxing product since Barry McGuigan. And he's advised by Barry McGuigan as a business input for him. McCullough lives in Las Vegas, as he has ever since having won a bronze medal at the 1992 Olympics, or check it, a silver medal at the 1992 Olympics in Barcelona.
To your left hand, because he's got to cross over to hit you with the straight left hand of his. Go to his right hand. Watch the jab and look for your left hook right hand when you go in that direction, okay? Listen, put 2 or 3 shots together. Don't try to finish the fight with 1 shot. Go ahead, put 2 or 3 together. Keep it easy for the judges, okay?
Let's take it. Hey, keep boxing. All right?
All right, seconds out. Let's go. Seconds out.
With the body.
Get that water up. Get that water up.
Keep it up.
These are the truth-telling rounds. We'll find out the truth of these two fighters and their conditioning as we come down the stretch.
And just as it's become a chess match for the two fighters, Vince Phillips and Romallis Ellis, so it's a chess match for Phillips trainer Jerome Coffey and Ellis's trainer Khalil Stafford as they try to find the right pieces of advice to motivate their fighters through these last two rounds.
And Coffey sent Phillips out to move to Phillips' left now, which is the opposite of what he was doing, and already he's been hit with 3 left hands. And there was another left hand.
Very interesting. So he gets hit with the left hand when he moves away from it.
Left hand.
But he doesn't get hit with the left hand when he moves toward it.
No, because when he moves into it, he can see it a lot better. He has to be much more cautious when he's right there on it. When he's moving away from it, he doesn't expect it to be able to land as frequently, and it lands more.
Goes against the natural logic of the thing, but it's as clear as day that that's what's happening.
And there it just happened again.
Yeah. So you would tell Phillips to keep moving to his right.
I sure would. See, there he got hit with the left again.
And now Phillips, who was told by trainer Jerome Coffey to put punches together 2 or 3 at a time, is trying to land one hard shot.
And see how hard it is for Phillips to catch his balance going this way? See?
Again, he gets hit with a left hand.
There's no reason for him to change if it's been working. He hasn't been getting hit this much the whole fight. I think Vince Phillips should go to Ellis's body more, or Ellis should go to Phillips' body, because as veterans, these guys should know that body punching is a big part of professional boxing.
Are you able to see that thing? Are you able to see things that clearly and think that clearly when you're the one who's in the ring fighting yourself?
When I'm in the ring fighting myself, my CPU moves a little quicker than it does out here. I can see it quicker and I can react to it quicker. I have a processing unit in my head that works almost as quick as one of those computers when I'm in there.
Quicker than some computers.
And he doesn't mean a personal computer. He means one of those things that fills a room.
Phillips still moving to his left, just as trainer Jerome Coffey told him to do, even though he's gotten raked with left hands throughout this round.
That's the conventional way to fight a southpaw. But to me, it doesn't work. I like to fight him going to the right, because if he has a good left hand, then you want to challenge that punch. If he has a good right hook, then you don't want to go that way, because if he misses you with the left, just when you try to counter, his right hook should be right there on your chin, and you get in trouble.
Well, based on what we've seen in the 9th round, if you're training Vince Phillips, you would tell him to go out in the 10th and do exactly the opposite of what he did here.
Listen, this is the last round. Yeah? Give me a good wrench. All right? Listen, this last round. Hard and fast. So once you go after this guy.
No doubt. Stay smart. Use your skills.
You get that other side first.
Deep breath, my brother.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Hard and fast, Ellis, all right? All right? Keep on the end of the punches.
All he's trying to do is sit there.
Be smart and look for some big 2 and 3 shots and then take off again. Okay? Box this guy.
Yeah? You got me? Go. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Stay in this corner.
10th and final round, very close fight between two guys who've known each other for a dozen years and have never met in the ring before. Cool Vince Phillips in the white trunks with purple stripes, and Romallis Ellis in the black. Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 9?
Jim, very close, 5 rounds to 4. Romallis Ellis, 86-85. I thought Romallis won the 9th round to take the lead, but I tell you, it's a dynamite close fight, and I can't help saying this. The reason Vince Phillips goes to the right is because he only got one hand. He's a right-handed puncher, and he's looking to set up that right hand by going to the right. When you go to the left, the guy's got to cross over to hit you.
He's still moving to his left.
I'm getting caught in a textbook crossfire here between these two guys. I have it 5 rounds to 4 for Phillips.
Well, Phillips's footwork looks better in the 10th than at any time prior to this in the fight, but he's still getting hit by Romallis Ellis left hands.
Oh, that was a good hook.
And a hard left and a right by Phillips. Maybe his best left hook of the fight landed to set up that right hand.
There, he stripped the left hand again, and you're right in a sense, Harold, because Vince Phillips' best punch is the right hand. So if that's his best punch, why would he go to the left?
However this fight goes, there's no doubt that Phillips has landed more big punches than Ellis. I don't know if that will be the final influence on the judges.
Vince Phillips has never lost a fight by decision, only by knockout or technical knockout. Ellis has only lost once.
Vince has a cut over his right eye now. Oh, good right hand by Vince Phillips.
Yeah, if you judge the 10th on ring generalship, you might judge it for Ellis. If you judge it on hard shots, you would give it to Phillips. This is going to be a major challenge to the judges. Hard fight to score.
Glad I'm not a judge right now. But I think Phillips is right now winning this 10th round.
He's coming up with a big rally when it counts. Now Ellis chases him and looks for another chance to land the left. Last 30 seconds may decide the fight. Two more right-hand shots for Vince Phillips. Glancing blows, but both landed. And a left-right combination for Phillips. Ducking and slipping when Romallis Ellis comes back. Ellis missing with those two left hands. Now Ellis lands a right and a left and another left. And another left. And Phillips lands a right to punctuate the 10th, and it was tough to score.
If a fight is determined by who put more hurt on the other guy, which theoretically it should be, I thought Phillips won the fight.
You agree, Roy?
I agree. Wow. But a lot of the early rounds, the posture will play a big role, and sometimes judges do judge posture.
I could see Phillips having been down 5 rounds to nothing on some cards because of the way his footwork looked at the beginning of the fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Harold, how'd you wrap it up?
Jim, 6 rounds to 4, 96-94. Boy, that's nice.
You gave the 10th to Ellis?
I gave the 10th to Ellis. I thought Phillips was staggering around the ring, Jim.
I don't know how you could have done
on top of him. He kept jumping on him, and until those last shots at the very end, I thought Romallis dominated the ring.
Now, obviously, Roy gave the 10th to Phillips. What do you think, Larry?
I thought he was totally exhausted.
Roy and everybody else in the building, except Harold.
I gave the fight. I gave the round and the fight to Phillips.
Huh? All right. So we have the classic disagreement at ringside for HBO.
Harold, we should move to Las Vegas and start judging fights.
But I still say a right-handed fighter should go to his left.
Interestingly, Roy, at this stage of your life, they're still going to pay you more to fight than to talk about them or judge them. Final punch stat numbers, and you'll look at total punches in the entire fight, and you'll see that Ellis landed 261 out of 964, so he threw more. And Phillips landed more and landed at a higher rate. And Phillips landed the harder shots. So by punch stat computations, you would probably go with Vince Phillips to win the fight. But of course, that's totally unofficial. Judges don't see those numbers, so they don't figure into any of the judges' deliberations with regard to who won the fight. The only judge who ever sees punch stat numbers is Harold Letterman, and I'm not sure he pays a whole lot of attention to them in choosing to score the fight.
I only pay attention to them, Jim, when they support my position.
Very intelligent, Larry.
I think both guys fought a phenomenal...
I knew that, incidentally.
I think both guys fought a phenomenal fight.
It was a heck of a good professional fight. Reminded me of the old Friday night fight, Gillette fights on NBC.
Reminded me of the tradition
pros
of
going at
boxing
it.
after dark. Gentlemen, that's all we get on this telecast is good leather. And now let's go to Mark Biro to see who won the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision. Judge Paul 96-94 Phillips. Judge Vinnie Lee scores it 97-93 Ellis. Judge Dan Mullen scores it 97-93 to the winner by split decision, Romallis. Big shot, Ellis. Ellis.
So the judges wind up agreeing with Harold Letterman, not with Roy Jones or Larry Merchant. We told you it was a tough fight to score. Sounds like the crowd doesn't agree with that decision, Roy.
Now, I don't think the crowd agrees at all, and the fight probably was lost by Vince Phillips in the early going. I don't think he lost the 10th round on nobody's scorecard, but he probably lost it early with the poor posture. However, I think that does make for a good rematch right here on Boxing After Dark.
Well, you hope that Vince Phillips is going to get that shot, because this is a damaging loss in his career. He was brave to step up and take the fight on short notice. He probably showed in those first few rounds the effects of having to try to make 147 pounds in a hurry when he wasn't expecting to do it on this date. And ultimately, you kind of hope that that doesn't cost him as much in his career as a loss like this might normally cost him.
I don't think it'll cost him too much because of the the late notice of taking the fight, and I think the late notice is good arguing ground for a rematch.
And on the other hand, as we turn over here to Larry Merchant, for Romallis Ellis, who was doggone near killed in an automobile accident a couple of years ago, this is yet another step in what is a pretty expiring comeback.
As I noted earlier, this